All right, so let's keep completing the square. This is very enjoyable. I think we like this. So a hedge maze has a 2-yard wide, 2-yard wide walkway around it. What are the dimensions of the maze? All right, so here's what we know. We know that we have a rectangular maze. I'm just going to redraw it over here. They told us that the length of the hedge maze is twice as long as the width. So if the width is some value x, the length is twice as long. So the length is going to be 2x. It does have a hedge going around the whole thing. No, it's a hedge maze. It has a 2-yard wide walkway. So we know that this is 2 yards. We know that this is 2 yards. We've seen things like this before, very similar to that frame idea that we've seen. They also told us that the entire area over here is 5,616. So because they gave us a total area measurement, we're going to set up an area equation. So this total length is 2x plus the 2-yard walkway on one side plus the other 2-yard walkway. So it's going to be 2x plus 4. This side we have the width is x plus a 2 on the top plus a 2 on the bottom. So x plus 4. Now to set up an area equation, we're going to take our length, 2x plus 4, times our width, x plus 4, and that gets set equal to the area that they gave us, 5,616. All right, so to solve this, we do want to multiply out. We're going to solve for x. We're going to multiply this out so we can look at standard form. So 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times 4 is 8x. 4 times x is 4x. And 4 times 4 is 16. Okay, we can combine like terms. 2x squared plus 12x plus 16 equals 5,616. Okay, so to solve this equation using a method of completing the square, we might notice that our x squared term has a 2 in front of it. Well, we haven't learned how to complete the square yet if there's an a value that's not 1, so if there's a number in front of that x squared. So first thing we might check is, can we just divide everything by 2? So this example it says that a does not equal 1 initially. So here a does not equal 1, but you know what? We're going to divide everything by 2, and that will give us an a value of 1. So we actually really like that we can do this. So 2x squared divided by 2 is just x squared. 12x divided by 2 is 6x. 16 divided by 2 is 8. And then 5,616 divided by 2 is 2,808. All right, let's solve this by completing the square. All we want on one side of our equal sign is the x squared plus 6x. So let's subtract the 8, get that to the other side. It's okay that there's already a number over there. X squared plus 6x equals, we'll just do that subtraction, and we get 2,800. All right, so completing the square, we take our b value. What are we going to do with it? We're going to cut it in half, and then we're going to square it. That 9 we're going to add in to both sides of our equation. So we have x squared plus 6x plus 9 equals 2,800 plus 9. I'm just going to go ahead and add those together right now, 2,809. All right, this is a perfect square trinomial. Factors of 9 that add up to 6 are positive 3, positive 3. So x plus 3 squared equals 2,809. We want to solve for x. It's locked down underneath the squared, so let's undo that by square rooting both sides. That leaves us with an x plus 3 equals plus or minus. Now that 2,809, that's a big number. Let's just punch that into our calculator and see if it square roots. And you know what? It does. The square root of 2,809 is 53. So what we have now is an equation where when we solve for x, this 3 is going to the other side, and it is a like term with 53. So what we can do is we can break our equation apart. You know what? Actually, we're going to do that in a second. I'm going to go ahead and subtract 3 from both sides. So x equals negative 3 plus or minus 53. That's what we had in our last examples. But now, because negative 3 and 53 are like terms, we are going to separate this out. One answer is negative 3 plus 53. And the other answer for x is negative 3 minus 53. And then we'll just simplify that. Negative 3 plus 53 is 50. Negative 3 minus 53 is negative 56. That x is representing the walkway, so our negative value doesn't make sense. So we're not going to have a negative 56, so x is just 50. And if we come back up to the top, what were they asking? What are the dimensions of the maze? Well, the maze is 2 times x by x. So that width x is 50. So the width of the maze is 50 yards. We just figured out that x was 50. The length is 2 times 50 or 100 yards. So that answers our question.